everyone, this is Sharon from Sharon at Sea, and as some of you may know, we are planning our next adventure. And with that planning, we decided to purchase some new luggage. So we have had different types of luggage in the past. We have some luggage that we actually love right now and use, but it's just bigger than what we want to take on our adventure this time. So I'm going to share with you a few pros and cons and tips and things that I have noticed, differences between the soft-sided and hard-sided luggage to help you make a choice if you are out there shopping for luggage for your next adventure. All right, so one of the most popular questions I see out there on social media is, what type of luggage should I buy? Should I buy soft-sided, hard-sided? What are some of the advantages, disadvantages to both? Do I need spinner wheels? So in some of our research in the past, we have purchased both, we have used both. So I'm going to share with you a few things that we have come across. And at the end of this video, I'm also going to share with you what luggage we have purchased and what brand. All right, I'm going to start with talking a little bit about soft-sided luggage. We have purchased soft-sided luggage in the past, but we have made a little bit of a switch over to hard-sided, and I'll get to that in a moment. But let me go over some things that we enjoy about the soft-sided luggage and see if that might be something that fits your needs as well. Soft-sided luggage, one thing is you're not going to get kind of the dings and scrapes on it like the hard-sided luggage. You may get some smudges and things that you can kind of wipe off of the fabric, but you're not going to get all the dings and scuffs that kind of stay on there. Another thing is it has that outside pocket that you can unzip and put extra little things in, which come in really handy, maybe to throw a little jacket in, some extra shoes, you know, some things you may want to get to pretty quickly at the airport, maybe even a few souvenirs that you end up purchasing and don't have anywhere else to put when you return. But that pocket is just very handy. But keep in mind the weight factor, because if you add to that later, you're gonna, have a little more weight in there. And another thing about soft-sided luggage is it is more expandable. So you can kind of really shove a lot more in there if you need to, and it'll maybe kind of bulge out in areas, but you can make more things fit in there than the hard-sided. And one last pro that I ran across is you can Scotch guard them. If someone spills something, it can go through that luggage, but Scotch guard is a great option for that. Okay, now let's talk about a few disadvantages of soft-sided luggage. Okay, the first thing that comes to mind is something that we experience when we cruise to the Caribbean is the humidity and the moisture that kind of can get into your luggage. So when you travel places that are humid and you have anything fabric, it's going to pick up that humidity and cause a little bit more weight. We noticed one time that we thought our luggage was, say, just for example, 48 pounds. We got to the airport and it was like over 50 because we had the humidity in our clothing, in our bag and everything after traveling into that humid area. So keep that in mind. The fabric does pick up that humidity and will cause that moisture in there to cause your luggage to weigh a little bit more. Another thing with soft-sided luggage is it can pick up and harbor odors. Luggage gets stored on top of each other at the airport, in the airplane, underneath in that little area, even on a cruise ship, they pile it all together. So if your luggage is sitting next to somebody else's, and maybe it has a little bit of an odor to it, it can pick up in your the fabric of yours. If there's someone that's sensitive to cigarette smoke maybe, or pet odors, and especially pet dander. Maybe there's a lot of pet dander on someone's luggage that has pets, and say you're a person that is highly allergic to pet dander. That could be an issue, and that could really spoil your vacation. So keep that in mind. And lastly, what about germs? Anywhere you set that fabric luggage, it's going to pick up germs. And sure, you can kind of wipe it down and clean it off, but with it being fabric, you're not going to be able to get all the germs out. Think of this. You're setting it all different places on your vacation, and then you come home, you plop it on your bed to unpack, or you store it in your closet, but anywhere you put that, all those germs that you traveled with are then now in your house. All right, on to hard-sided luggage, and let's talk about a few advantages to this. One thing is it has double-sided packing. When you open it up, you can pack things in both sides. So, I kind of think maybe you can fit a little more in it that way. Another thing, it is water resistant. So you don't have to worry about anything that spills on your luggage getting inside to your beautiful clothing. Another thing, it is hard, so it's going to protect anything fragile inside your luggage for the most part. And so if you have any fragile souvenirs, make sure you do wrap them up in something as well. But that hard shell is going to protect them a lot better than the soft fabric. And lastly, this is probably one of my favorites, is they are not going to harbor odors. So you don't have to worry about odors in your luggage. Another thing is, as far as germs are concerned, when you get home, you can take a bleach wipe or something and just wipe down the whole outside of that luggage and get rid of all those germs. Now, there are a few disadvantages to hard-sided luggage, and one is that it does tend to get a little more scraped and scuffed up, so it can show wear and tear a little more. Another thing is it does not have the outside pocket to put some of those last-minute things in, or store a little jacket or shoes or something, and that's something I do miss, is because that's just a real convenient thing to have on your luggage. Another thing, it's not as flexible as a soft-sided luggage, so it doesn't expand quite as much, and sometimes you can't fit as many things in your luggage when you're packing. And also, putting it in the overhead bins in the airplane. Sometimes it's a little hard because the soft-sided luggage you can kind of cram in there more. Like I said, it is a little more flexible. The hard side, you can't do that. So sometimes it makes a pretty tight fit in the overhead bins on the airplane. All right, let's talk a little bit about wheels. All right, the new rage out there is spinner wheels for luggage, and that is probably one of the best inventions they have come up with. I love spinner wheels. So now there are a few disadvantages to those, though. They are on the outside of the luggage. The whole wheel is on the outside, so they do tend to break a little easier than the ones with just the two wheels, because the two wheels, half of the wheel is actually up inside the luggage, so they just don't break as often. So this is when purchasing a good quality piece of luggage kind of comes into play. If you're buying spinner wheels, the luggage is going to last longer. It's going to be able to carry a little more weight without breaking. And keep in mind, airports and cruise lines are very rough on your luggage. Like with anything, everyone has their own preferences on luggage. Over the years, we have kind of switched to hard-sided luggage, and I prefer that for just about every reason except for one, and that is I do miss the outside pocket on the outside that the soft-sided luggage has. But overall, hard side is the way we have gone. Now, a brand we would recommend that we have used for years and it has been excellent for us is Delsey. We have purchased soft-sided Delsey luggage, which we have had for over 15 years, and it is in excellent condition to this day. We have purchased some very large Delsey hard-sided luggage, which we have used on our past cruises and has worked out very well. But we decided this cruise coming up, we wanted to downsize a little bit. We wanted to each take a carry-on for the cruise, and then just kind of a medium-sized luggage for our Disney trip after. So we purchased 3 new pieces of Delsey luggage, a couple more carry-ons, and kind of a mid-size one, hard-sided. And we are going to try those out on our next adventure, and we will let you know how they do. Now, when you are purchasing luggage, always look for the best deal. We ended up purchasing these pieces on the Delsey website at delsey.com. They were offering a 20% discount if you signed up for their email list. And so we did that, and that actually gave us a lesser price than purchasing them on Amazon. So always keep that in mind. Check different websites, see what kind of coupon codes are out there, and get the best price. Some good places to check online for luggage are Amazon, Luggage Pros, eBags, and then of course directly on the brand's website. If you are looking for something kind of inexpensive, maybe quick, you want to just go out and purchase, TJ Maxx and Ross are good options to go to as well for a good price. Hope this was helpful if you are planning on purchasing new luggage soon. And if you like cruise vlogs, cruise reviews, cruise tips, and even a little cruise news from time to time, please consider subscribing to our channel and click the notification bell so you will get notified when we upload new videos and also when we go live. We go live every Monday night and we talk about all things cruising. And please add your favorite luggage to the comments below. Give us some of your tips as well in the comments and let us know why. Until next time, happy cruising.